Our collection of energy is growing nicely. A few more successful jobs, and we'll be able to fix the shuttle.
Lord Megatron, sir. Terrible news.
What is it, Soundwave?
Laserbeak has just returned from a reconnaissance. It appears the Autobots have made contact with the passengers of the flying object.
What? What does this mean?
Don't you realize? It must have been an Autobot secret weapon after all! Something went wrong with the test. They were forced to crash land, but the pilots escaped. And now the rescue party will meet up with them.
Shut up, Starscream. We don't know that.
Megatron, sire, what shall we do? Perhaps we should get to their rendezvous and prevent them from linking up.
Yes. We don't know what they are up to. We can't let them get away with sneaking around under our noses. Do you know their rendezvous point?
Of course, sir.
Excellent! We'll send in our troops and throw a wrench in their plans.
Yes, and so, who are we going to send? Choose somebody!
Going to meet up ahead? They'll be sure to have sentries posted. But we have nothing to fear. Decepticons, attack!
Fight time.
Did you defeat all the Autobots? The ones that protected me in this era? Because if you did, we're not going to be parting on friendly terms. I am Rodimus Prime, Autobot warrior, come from the future.
Rodimus Prime? From the future? He looks like Hot Rod. But there's something different. Impudent toy! Well, it's an Autobot. We'll give it what it deserves.
About time. Come and get it.
Right. Fight time.
I'm still not at full strength.
I've found you, Rodimus Prime.
You!
Who are you? That voice. You're Megatron? I am Galvatron. I have come from the same era as this one.
Yikes! Gotta escape! Transform!
Curses. He escaped. Well, no matter. Megatron, you can ask me your questions instead. What do you want to know? I suppose about the ships that flew here, right? But first, why don't you take me and my companions to the Decepticon headquarters? Then we can talk.
Megatron invites Galvatron and his subordinates, Scourge and Cyclonus, back to the Decepticon spaceship.
A spaceship? In this place?
I see. It is so that the Autobots will not discover it.
What a bunch of creeps.
Hiding the shuttle deep in a cave. That sounds like my sound wave. Excellent judgment. Don't you be treating my subordinates as if they were yours, Galvatron. I believe that you are a fellow Decepticon, so I invited you here. But remember, that doesn't mean I believe all your coming from the future stories. Brother, don't say that. I am you, your future self. Surely you feel it. The same black oil flows in both our metal veins.
What's this? Is this true, Megatron, sir?
Yes. I'm certain. I feel it. The same electronic pulse connects us. Well then, how goes the future for me? Still fighting those Autobots? A little white lie or two won't hurt. Don't want him losing respect for me. Obviously, we now rule the universe, thanks to me. Really? Is that true? Of course it's true. We bask at last in the glory that is ours. Wonderful. Please tell me more. Tell me the details. I shall. But we don't have the time for that now. A temporary threat to our glorious rule has emerged. It is to stop this threat that they have returned to this era. What? Listen to me, brother. That is a conversation for the future. All right, then. Why don't you tell me about this threat thing? Of course. By the way, is Shockwave on this shuttle? Why? What has he to do with anything? Oh, it's not important. But if he is here, I'd rather you sent him outside. I don't know what you mean, but you needn't worry. No one can hear us here. Very well. I'll tell you of this grave threat to our future glory.
At the same time, on the Autobot shuttle, Rodimus Prime, Autobot leader who has traveled back in time, is also talking about the events of the future.
What? The Decepticon military operations commander Shockwave turns traitor?
That's right, Optimus Prime.
I don't believe it. Megatron's faithful henchman.
There was a reason.
That Galvatron you fought with earlier is really Megatron, restored and made more powerful after undergoing damage in a battle. But when he became Galvatron, he took a turn for the worse. He became more violent and began to lash out indiscriminately at anyone near him.
Even within the Decepticon ranks, he started losing his authority. Shockwave observed the new Galvatron and came to a conclusion. He is not fit to lead the Decepticons. I myself would make a better military leader.
But a one-robot mutiny? How? Even with his authority weakened, Galvatron couldn't be dislodged from the talk of Megatron's organization.
Yes, but he had something that changed the odds. Zell quartz.
Zell quartz? What's that?
Well, it is nothing less than the greatest threat to the Transformers of the future.
Rodimus Prime told Optimus the whole story from the beginning. A story that goes something like this. Zell quartz was an energy mineral that Shockwave discovered. If the quartz is set into the body of a being born on Cybertron, for example, a Transformer, that being will experience a prodigious increase in power and strength. So, blessed with an inexhaustible supply of energy and destructive power, Shockwave made himself leader of the Decepticons. But he could not bear the extra power loads. His circuitry malfunctioned, and he began to run amok. Of course, both the Decepticons and the Autobots tried to stop him. But fueled by the near-infinite power resources of the Zell quartz, Shockwave was unstoppable. Both sides suffered massive losses. Eventually, the planet Cybertron itself was destroyed. Rodimus Prime knew that Shockwave would not stop until the Earth and all the other planets were bathed in fire. Rodimus sought help from the Quintessence, who were also under threat. They provided technology that would enable Transformers to travel back in time through a time slip, where they planned to stop Shockwave from ever unearthing the Zell quartz.
So the elite of the survivors boarded a shuttle, and we threw ourselves into the time slip. But the Decepticons discovered our plans. They secretly followed us to steal the quartz for themselves, and forced their way through the time slip after us.
A destabilization in space energy occurred as a result. There was an explosion when we emerged from the time slip, and our group was scattered. And when our shuttle crash-landed, we lost all interplanetary communications. We haven't been able to contact our comrades.
So that explains everything that has happened here.
I don't think it is wise to travel through time and meddle with history. But as Transformers, we have an obligation to stop Shockwave from menacing innocent planets.
Commander, if that Zell quartz is on this planet, we've got to find it fast and destroy it before the bad guys get to it.
Agreed. So, where is the quartz?
Well,
You don't know? I'm afraid not, my brother. In the future, it is known as Zell quartz. But in this era, who knows what it's called? But this Autobot doomsday weapon material, are you sure it is here on this planet? Quite sure. And this doomsday weapon will be used against us Decepticons? Well, we must help you. We have to get the Zell quartz before they do. Thank you, Megatron. Truly, you and I are one. And I think I'll keep quiet about Shockwave and the power of the Zell quartz. Otherwise, it'll be harder to grab the quartz for myself when the time comes. But swallowing such obvious lies, was I such a gullible fool?
Megatron and Galvatron sworn to fight side by side. Galvatron immediately sent his henchman Cyclonus out to search for the quartz.
Lord Galvatron.
Cyclonus, what is it? Do you know where the Zell quartz is yet?
I'm having Scourge and them look for that information. Oh!
You mean you don't know? Worthless rust heap.
Wait, sir. We don't know exactly. But coordinating with Soundwave's information, we have determined 3 possible locations. Certainly, the mineral should be in one of those spots.
3 places. Well, it can't be helped. We'll have to search them one by one.
Lord Galvatron, the story you told Megatron about an Autobot secret weapon. Why go to the trouble? Can't we just kill the present-day Shockwave and avoid the future mutiny?
No. In any case, I need that Zell quartz. With that mineral, I will become the most powerful transformer in all of history. If I told Megatron the truth, he would just try to take the quartz for himself. With it, he might even be able to defeat Unicron. Then I who was created by Unicron, would cease to exist.
I see. It would be the same for me and Scourge. We can't let that happen.
Understand now, Cyclonus? Now, tell Megatron about the possible locations, and have him choose the first objective. Until the Zell quartz is mine, they must suspect nothing.
Yes, sir. Hail, Galvatron.
Just you wait, Rodimus. We shall meet again soon.
But someone was listening in on the pair's conversation.
I knew it! I knew they were up to something like this! But this is my chance! Megatron doesn't need to know anything yet! Because I'll be getting the quartz for myself!